What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Godzilla and Kong the New Empire review. Today we have quite a bit of an interesting review. This is a very interesting product, something I don't normally review and something that I don't think I should. But as you know, I found this at GameStop a couple months ago. And so that kind of changed up the itinerary, and so I decided to pick it up anyways. Let's be honest, how many people are gonna actually spend their money on a bloody mask? Well, some people like me will, so let's see how good this mask is. I mean, it is by Playmates after all, and I have done everything else Playmates has put out for this movie. And I'm just gonna say right up the get-go, no, I'm not putting the damn thing on my face. My head is too big. This thing ain't going on my face. We're just gonna look at it as it is. This is, of course, your standard open package style thing. You know, you just have the product here as it is. And then we have the render of Godzilla and Kong right there. Godzilla mask, or the other languages. And then we have a try me feature. Here's the side, here's the back. You know, you can pause the video if you want to read this in full detail. It's just literally a kid wearing the bloody mask. This side, you just have a beautiful render of Godzilla and Kong. And of course, the try me sign is to indicate that yes, you don't have to purchase this to try the mask. And so you just do this. Just like that. So, let's get this packaging out of the way. Let's open it and look at this damn thing. Before we take a look at the mask itself, it did come with an instruction manual. I guess this is just for the batteries. In case your mask runs out of batteries, in the likely scenario it will, this is how you can replace it. So there you go. If you want to take a look at the instruction sheet in full detail, you may pause the video right now to do so. It also just shows you how to properly adjust the straps on it and wear it properly and how it actually works. Kind of like Jada Toys and what they've done with the RC Godzilla. A pretty detailed instruction sheets, to say the least, for just a mask. This is like, I wouldn't even consider this as like a fully functioning toy. It's just something to wear. But anyways, that aside, let's dive in and take a look at this bloody mask. First things first, it is a pretty small size. They don't come in different sizes, so in my scenario, or any adult that gets this will probably have a difficult time wearing this because this is for people with small heads. Trust me, I tried it off camera on my face, and no, you will not get to see it, and it doesn't fit. And maybe that's because I haven't adjusted the straps yet, which is actually all Velcro, which is quite ironic. So I'm just gonna judge this thing as, would this look good on the shelf? You can technically just display this on the shelf and call it a day. You know, some people do like to have just faces or heads of a character on the shelf instead of a full-on body of the figure. So this is, I would say, a pretty good display on the shelf. I mean, it does look kind of goofy up front, and also you'll notice it's all holes here. There's just a series of giant holes here, and it looks like they just put, I guess that's important for air to come in so you don't suffocate under this thing. There is no plastic lenses. Everything is just hollow. It's just see-through. So there is no plastic lens to do anything. I guess that helps so it doesn't fog up if you have trouble breathing. And the color of this Godzilla follows majority of the giant Godzilla that Playmates has made for this movie, which is the dark blue. But I will say the texture is pretty nice. You got that scaly texture look on him, and they do capture that pretty well. Also looking at the teeth, yeah, these are pretty good. I mean, the whole thing is revolved around just the head, so the teeth do have that good color to it. Also, you can see this little outlines of pink underneath. And then the eyes are quite realistic. There's eyeballs, so there is expression to this Godzilla head. It's not just an emotionless, possessed looking face. The speaker is up here, in case you're wondering. It's up here on the head. But other than that, it's, you know, it's like your average child's mask. I mean, The texture of it does look good, and the colors of it look good. Also, it's very sensitive, as you keep hearing just one little tap and the sound already goes off. But let me quickly like adjust the Velcro a little bit. I'm not gonna wear it, but I can show you how this thing works. So it is Velcro in the end, and they didn't do this for Godzilla vs. Kong, so this is like the first time we have this kind of mask. So this is as far as you can take this. It's supposed to wrap around your head, which is why it didn't really fit on me, because this is the max and I was stuck pretty much on it. So that's like the Velcro. It is for safety as well. Also, the lens underneath is soft rubber. My goodness, it's soft rubber plastic, so it's very safe for a child to wear. And if you actually look through, this is like the POV when you actually wear the mask. This is what you're going to be seeing wearing this thing. I know I'm looking at a blank white wall, so it's kind of hard to actually see what it looks like if you're wearing this in a room. But this is pretty much a POV shot of wearing the mask. That is actually pretty sick. You can actually see the teeth underneath. And I guess that's why the holes are important. The holes are not just for the air to come in, but it actually acts as a way to actually see. That is vitally important. This thing is so sensitive, I swear. I guess that's a big issue, is that this thing is way too sensitive. Also, if you're curious on where to change the batteries, there it is. That's the battery compartment, so you gotta change it if you need to. Obviously, sound-wise, this thing, very, very sensitive. I like barely opened the mouth and it already wanted to roar. See? This thing is so sensitive. So, how does it look like when you actually lift it up? It's just one roar, which is his main default roar, which I think is good enough. It doesn't have the battle roar programming where there was 2 roars going on. No atomic breath sound effect, it's just his main roar, and I think that is good enough. Honestly speaking, I don't see a child running around the house with this all day. I think they would much rather be playing with the actual figures. Now the question is this worth its price? This was 35 Canadian dollars. This was more expensive, or just around the same price actually, as the giant figures. Yeah, it's a bit much for something that I wouldn't even classify as a toy. This is literally just a prop. This is a prop. If you're doing role play or, you know, having a dress-up party, this is the stuff you would bring for that kind of occasion. Not something you actually treat as a toy and just run around the house and play with. Now, I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm pretty sure you can't run around the house like an idiot wearing this thing and pretending to be Godzilla. But its sole play purpose isn't as fulfilling as the regular figures. Like, let's be real here. This is really just as a prop, and I honestly think as collector's items, this does sort of fit. It depends on how dedicated you are to the Godzilla IP. Like, this will work on the shelf. I would say 35, I definitely paid too much for this. That's regular retail price. Wait for this to go on clearance, go on like discount or something. Maybe you'll go to Walmart and you'll see this on clearance a few months from now. If it's like $10, $15, $20 will be good enough. Like, if it's a much discounted price and you come across this, I honestly think go for it. Now, this is just the Godzilla mask. And they also have the Kong mask. Do I want to get the Kong mask after seeing this? Maybe. If I run across it in the store, I'll pick it up. I literally found this mask by going to GameStop. I didn't go out of my way to order it online. If the same situation happens to Kong as well, then you will also see me review the Kong mask. Now, this looks pretty promising. I do hope they're gonna do masks for Scar King and Shimo as well. I wanna see them do a mask for Shimo. That'll be a very interesting one, especially considering Shimo is bigger than Godzilla, and I feel like the head structure of Shimo will work as a battle mask. So, out of 10, what do I give this Godzilla battle mask, created by Playmates Toys? It's a solid 6 out of 10. Obviously, it's like, I'd rather go back to the figures. Well, is this worth it? No. Get it on discount, but it's not a bad mask. It's pretty well designed. It's just very sensitive. See? It's so sensitive. But it serves its purpose. Again, it's a prop. It's not a toy. Your turn, Mr. Godzilla. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on this mask. I can't believe I actually spent money on it. So before I have any more regrets, we're gonna call the video here. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more, and of course, if you want to see me do the Kong mask, well, if I actually come across it, then I'll actually do the video on it. So that's it for now. We'll see you in the next video.